Hi, welcome to Westpac's end of day report for Wednesday, August the 17th. Not a particularly exciting day today, not if you look at movement on markets anyway. Fairly mixed performance equity market wise, with the FTSE and the DAX both down. FTSE down 0.5%, the German market down 0.75%, in an ongoing fallout, I think, from the Merkel Sarkozy meeting and press conference yesterday. Basically, the bank's been marked down because of the talk about the financial transactions levy. But in contrast, French markets actually were higher today, managing a 0.75% gain. At one stage, the German market was down more than 2%. So it's been a bit of ebbing and flowing, but as I say, a mixed performance at the end of the day. As I speak, and it's 5:45 in London time, US markets are pretty much unchanged at the moment, having posted gains earlier in the session. It was the case that Dell had some disappointing sales numbers. Target, on the other hand, one of the retailers, was fairly upbeat in their outlook, and so they were kind of offsetting. There wasn't much reaction to the producer price data out of the US today, which showed a slightly bigger than expected rise. A bit of pressure still coming through, particularly related to vehicle prices there. Also on the data front, just worth mentioning that core inflation in Europe slowed from 1.6% to 1.2%. For us, further evidence that the European Central Bank doesn't need to do any further monetary policy tightening. And as regular viewers will know, we actually think that the ECB probably will be actually cutting rates in 2012, given the economic weakness that we expect to emerge in the near-term future there. Other events worth noting today: the Swiss National Bank didn't decide to peg the franc against the euro. They announced increased liquidity measures, but by not going further than that, the franc actually initially appreciated, having sold off over the last few days on anticipation that they could announce something tougher than that, but they haven't yet. We had weak unemployment numbers for the UK, the biggest rise in more than 2 years in benefit claimant unemployment, and also employment growth slowed from 120 odd thousand in the first quarter to just 25,000 in the second quarter. So a weak labour market story. And at the same time, we had news that at the August Bank of England Policy Committee meeting, the two guys out of the 9 that had been voting for rate hikes for some time now abandoned that call. In other words, it was a unanimous vote in favour of on-hold policy in terms of interest rates, although there still was one vote for an expanded asset purchase scheme. That guy, Posen, has been voting for that since October last year. Our view at Westpac is that at some future point in 2012, we probably will actually see the Bank of England fire up QE again. The other news just coming through is that one of the 3 dissenters at the FOMC meeting on August 9 in the US, that's Plosser from the Philly Fed, he's really, well, Plosser's pissed off basically, pardon the language. He says that, and I'll quote you, that the shift in language from keeping at rates at extraordinarily low levels for an extended period to at least until mid-2013 was inappropriate policy at an inappropriate time, and he also said that the language that the Fed used to describe the economy was excessively weak, or didn't need to be as weak as that. He thought the Fed was too negative on the economy. He also said he thought the Fed might have to tighten interest rates before the middle of 2013. So he won't be voting for QE or further QE anytime soon, clearly. Anyway, so that's it for today in terms of major events. Just a quick run through on commodity markets, where we've seen oil prices up 0.75%, looking at $87.33 a barrel. Gold prices are up 0.1%, and so very little changed. And copper prices up 1% today. And the Aussie dollar, it's at 105.50 at the moment. It was at 106 earlier today, so at one stage a 1 cent gain in the Aussie, although it's pulled back a little bit more recently. Actually, you can partly related, I think, to those Plosser comments. Nothing really to watch out for in the Aussie time zone today, tomorrow my time, tonight my time. So I'll speak to you again very soon.